Hello everyone. So today I will discuss about one of the tool that I had developed, and the name of the tool is Card-Validator, and it is a web tool that I had deployed successfully on Heroku also. So we will see the website later on, but first of all let's understand what is this tool. So this tool validates the credit card numbers or the debit card numbers, and it will let you know like from which company it is, like whether it is Visa, Mastercard, or there can be other also like American Expressway, Discover. That is the one part, and second is that key it will help you to know that whether the card number is correct or not. So let's dive into the PPT part so that we get the gist, and then we can see the website part. So the name of the project is Card-Validator, and it is under the finance category. My name is Kushagra from IET Lucknow b.tech CS third year. So the category is finance, and in the finance we had two subcategory. And using this tool, I tried to cover the both concepts in general. First one is the fraud detection, and second one is to build a secure system for the online payments. And using the validation of credit card numbers, this both can be done. We will just see that. So the idea is like what solution I had taken to get that or to reach to that point, like how I used to determine whether the number is correct or not. So there is a very famous algorithm known as loan algorithm, and it is based on the checksum property. And using that, we used to determine whether the sequence of the numbers, like 16 digits for the Visa, 30, because we sometimes we can have 13, 16, 19 even also. So using this algorithm, it can let you know like whether the card number is valid or not. And using the few digits, like beginning using maybe 4 digits or maybe 1 digit, like let's say for the Visa we have 4, the first digit, and for the other cards we can have other combinations. So using that we can also find out what kind of vendor it will be. So loon algorithm is quite simple. We have to just traverse from right, and for the odd and even parity we have different way of summing it, and finally we used to take modulo weight 10, and it gives you the way that whether the card number is valid or not. So what is the impact, like why we need to validate it? This is very important concept. So first of all, it avoid the fraudulent activities. This is quite clear. And second, because if there are so many fake transactions, then there are chances that merchant may lose or may have higher processing fees, even chargebacks. And moreover, if there are a lot of fake transactions or penetration test on a particular e-site, the server can go down also. So just to avoid these steps, a person can use this web tool to just have the transactions which are having the correct credit card numbers. Let's talk about technology. So we have HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The complete tool is written using these three languages, and yes, algorithm implementation is for the loan one. Now, what is the innovative part that I did? So the innovative part was that, first of all, the front end is quite beautiful. We will just see it. And the idea is that key front end, as soon as we start entering the credit card number, it will let you know whether what company it is. And after that, when you have entered the 13 digit or 16 digit or maybe 15 digit, because like 13 and 16 for Visa, 15 is for American Expressway, and 16 is for Discover also. So accordingly, when you have entered the digit, it will let you know whether the card is valid or not, and that will be specified by the shade color. If it is red, then we will say it is no, it is not valid, and if it is green, then yes, green signal. So it is very obvious that it avoids the unnecessary transactions, and moreover, it can be also used by website owners who have e-sites to avoid any kind of penetration by hackers or any other person. Now, if we talk about feasibility, then yes, this is quite flexible, and it is quite easy to use for the end users, and moreover for the e-merchants also. they can use this tool by establishing a web crawling or maybe scraping method to validate the credit card number, or they may use the property and other stuffs to connect and validate the cards. Moreover, it is lightweight tool. It is built without any extra or heavy dependencies. And the interesting part is that we don't collect any kind of personal data or credit card number. Hence, one can freely enter to test or validate the card. We are not storing it anywhere. Everything is done in dynamic way. Now, what were the challenges? So, first of all, as of now, I had taken 4 cards only, and those 4 cards are Visa, MasterCard, American Expressway, and Discover. So, if there are some other cards, one can implement it, and they all are covered under 16 digits. Maximum length can be 16. So, as of now, I have taken only 16 digits, and there are cases when we have 19 digits also. So, that is the one part of optimization. We can have some better front end design maybe, and for the backend support we can extend some functionality, and maybe we can extend the branches of this website to detect any other fraudulent activities also. So these were the references that I have referred. One is from Wikipedia, another is from Geeks for Geeks, and the third one is like from creditcardinsider.com. This is amazing site one can visit to know everything about credit cards. So okay, thank you. And let's see the most amazing part, that is our website. So let's go. Okay, so it is loading and we can see like it is on the Heroku. So this is our website, and the website name is Card-Validator, and it is saying like you can enter your credit or debit card number, and this is how we can scroll down, and here we can enter the credit card number, and these are the 4 cards that we have support, and we want to know whether these 4 cards are valid or invalid. So this is the catch, like we want to know whether it is valid or not. So this is quite easy, like you can just enter and start entering. So the amazing part I would like to show, like let's say if I enter the first digit as 4. So as we know, like Visa always starts with 4, that's why it will detect it as 4. Let's say if I write 6011, so it is discover. And let's say if I start with 3 something, so it will be American Expressway. And if I want for the MasterCard, I will go with 52 or 51 or maybe 55. Yeah, so it will quickly detect the vendor as soon as the requirement is satisfied. I have few numbers which are actually correct. So this is for the American Expressway. Now let's say if I just change some digit 8, so it is showing me wrong. Obviously, if I will just write any random number, so that is again wrong. And yes, this is how we can validate it. Let's try it with another card. Let's say I want to test it with MasterCard. Uh, so I have tested it. So it is again correct. Okay, and let's say I start with some random MasterCard. So it is wrong, and if you will just keep on filling it, it will all, yeah, it is obvious that you are not going to get a green signal from that website. Now let's say if I enter a dinner club card. So as soon as I enter it, though it is a card but it is not supported, uh, we have no response. As of now, we are just validating 4 cards, and this is something interesting. Now if I enter this card, it's the answer seems like there are a lot of one, and we have not seen any card like this. But the interesting part is that we will get a green signal. So the whole idea revolves around the fact that the sequence of these numbers should satisfy the Loon algorithm. And kindly note that if it is green signal, then it doesn't mean that this is a card number which has been issued by the bank. No, it is not necessary that it is has been issued by the bank. However, if you just take out uh, your card and you just test it here, then you will get a green signal. So it will test all of the cards, all of the possible cards, but it is not necessary that all tested cards are regulated or managed or maybe issued by the bank. So yes. And is it safe? So let's click it. Yes. Is it safe? Because we don't store any kind of personal data. And okay, and now let's see some of the hyperlink. If you just click on this cat and this mailbox, so you can drop me a mail with the help of this. And if you click on YouTube, then you will get to the YouTube channel of mine. And this GitHub actually will give you the code of, it will just direct you to the code of this whole website, and this is what the link that we have for this card validator. So this was all about this card validator, and we can extend the features in future over this project. And yes, I hope I have covered all of the points. And yes, if somebody wants to play with it, like let's say 0000, so you will not get it actually unless or until you're not going to enter a valid card number. Okay, so okay, thank you.